Okay, friends, welcome. For those of you watching on YouTube in the future, we are here with Ridhima and Nirav of Mitti Parfum, and we're going to be doing a live chat, super casual. We're going to wait for everybody to show up.
Yes.
So if you are watching this in the future, hopefully you have already ordered your sample sets or your bottles from Mitti Parfum. And in the meantime, we will let everybody show up.
I love how the title of this live is "Time to Make the Donuts."
I did forget to update the live. That's an old. I don't know how long have you guys been in the U.S.?
Ooh, we came here 2007, 2008. She came in 2007. I came in 2008.
Okay, way too late for that reference. That's an old 1980s, maybe even 80s or 90s. You'd have to grow up here to
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay, let me pull up the. What's that?
Sorry. No, I was saying, how did you take to the name changes of Dunkin' Donuts? Because I remember in college, Dunkin' Donuts was my go-to grab-and-go meal with those the potato
Hash brown.
browns that they had. And that was my first introduction to Dunkin' when I came here.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're really popular in Boston, where Jamie's
East
from.
Coast, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm from Mass.
Yeah, they weren't popular in the West. I grew up in Phoenix, between Phoenix and Denver, and they're not real big. Do we even have one around here?
Yes, there are donuts.
There is such a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seeing Dunkin'
Who
Donuts.
knew?
We don't go to them.
Who knew? All right, welcome everybody. Hello, Rice. Hello, Yusuf.
Yes, Augie's in the chat.
Welcome, friends.
So let's get started. You had a good question, right? You had something on your mind about Noah?
Oh, Lord.
I wanted to know, how did Noah start this perfume journey of his? Because I know everyone has a journey, and it's one of those things that I have tidbits of familiarities with Noah's journey, but I want to hear his firsthand.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's still new. It's only about 2.5 years. It started with a growing addiction to leaving little oils around the house, essential oils or oil dupes, and just sniffing them constantly. And Jamie getting frustrated by it. And she said, I think she thought she was helping and fixing a problem when she said, we can just go smell real perfumes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went, I think she thought I would stop leaving things around the house if I just had a perfume that I liked. Well, I found one I liked, and then I found 100 that I liked, and then I found 500 that I liked. And so we slowly accumulated a collection. And not that long, about 6 months into it, I just started tinkering. It was kind of a psychological experiment, actually, because I had never had any creative capacity. So for me, it was like exercising my weakest muscles. Like, let me see if I can actually find a creative outlet. And started experimenting. And how exactly we got from there to here, I have no idea. But here we are.
But we want to hear about you.
Yeah, we do. We want to hear.
Everybody on the channel wants.
Now, you've been perfuming for some time, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes. I'm one of those guys who started off tinkering about 11 years now. 11
Wow.
years ago, started off. But truly, it started off when I was standing as a wee baby right behind my mother, holding her sari, and standing in the kitchen, taking in all these aromas and spices, different things. I want to call my mother's kitchen the concoction lab, because that's what it truly was. And it took me up until college, when I got into being a mixologist, to understanding how flavors and fragrance truly gel well together. And then the rest is just history, because at that point in time, I still remember 11 years ago, the internet was still maturing. There was base note community. There was other communities that would give these jewels and tidbits of how to go about doing the basics. But you really still have to go to the library to get all the details. And so, long story short, self-taught. It's been roughly about a decade now, ever since I've been practicing. And it took me to marry her to then finally come to, okay, let's make a perfume company together.
It's
We need
also
the
a very
muses.
expensive hobby, right?
Yeah.
And the workshop that we did, or you did for me, that just turned things around, and we decided we have something at our hand, and this needs to be shared with so many people that, I was in shock. He ended up giving me a workshop at our home at our kitchen table.
Oh.
Yeah, on a snow night. It was supposed to be a date night, and he just decided to do that. And I was in disbelief that I ended up making my own perfume with his help. Uh, Combined, we have close to probably 200 plus bottles. So I knew he loves perfumes. I just didn't know that I'm married to a perfumer.
Yeah. And here I was just going,
Me either.
So
yeah,
you started as a mixologist, you said, when you were young?
yes. It was
Yeah.
one of those.
He's a really good cook. He knows fragrances and food, how they kind of come together and amalgamate something very beautiful. He does most of the cooking, so I'm happy.
So I pack a good family pack because of that.
Love it.
Nice. Everybody in the chat, if you guys don't mind, because of our history with restrictions, if you don't mind sharing the live, please. Liking and sharing the live, because it's not going to show up on people's For You pages. Because the TikTok
Because
bots.
apparently we are bad kids.
Yes. So the more you guys can do that, the better.
Do you, Nariv, do you cook the way that Noah cooks? Like, he's a wonderful cook, but he just sort of pulls things out of the cabinet and just throws them in with it looks willy-nilly to me, like all over the map. And it comes out amazing and different every time.
Or do you have structure?
Oh, no, there's no structure. When it comes to cooking, art flows. You put it. She comes to me and she tells me when she's cooking, how do you know it's done? And my answer many times to her is, I can smell it.
There's a structure to Jamie and Noah before cooking and after cooking, where his OCD and he wants to keep everything clean and super tidy, and everything goes exactly where it's supposed to. But I don't think there's a structure to cooking.
No, there's no structure. But I do have to say this. In cooking, whenever, and this is something I've realized as well, every single person in the kitchen who's made kitchen his or her territory will always cook in a certain fashion of not having, like even our mothers, and I'm going to dive a little bit. If you speak to our mothers or nonnas, they will always say that, oh, put a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. And they won't really have a spoon or 1 tablespoon of this.
I can't tell you exactly how much.
Yeah, exactly. But when you see their kitchen, you will find the same bottle kept in the same place, at the same height, and magically it just goes over there, and their hands are always grabbed, done, and back in the same place.
That's very similar to how he works in his lab too.
Yes.
Well, that was going to be my next question: is how much of that translates into how you perfume? Do you start with all of the structure and organization, but then, like, when you sit down with a concept, is it very free form, or are you very detailed with your note taking? Do you sit down and map out a structure in advance, and then do A/B testing with materials, or how does that work for you?
So in perfumery, the science key in me kind of comes out because of the discipline. I'm a huge, my OCD kicks in to take notes. If I'm putting 0.1 gram of something, I will go down to 0.001 gram of this, and it has to be there, has to be kept in a certain temperature, has to be kept there. But the inception of that comes from my love of writing down. So that's free flowing. It starts off with my favorite fountain pen, and every perfume that you have in front of you has had its own fountain pen that has helped to write its creative brief. That has transitioned into something. So it's a bit of both worlds, where the creative side runs rampant. After that, the note taking starts as good as any other steno. That's as detailed as I need to get.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Even the poem that's written behind the bottles actually is written in his handwriting with his favorite fountain pen.
Yeah.
Oh, who is this poem attributed to?
It truly was her.
It was.
It was something that came naturally to me when we were getting married. And I did try and get as many brownie points as possible by wooing her with some of my words. and then that translated to how we feel about the perfume truly finding the actual owner of the bottle then.
So
Sure.
I have a fact to share. Not a lot of people know this. This is probably the first time we're even saying this on camera. The idea behind writing this poem was almost like a bottle is speaking to you.
Yeah.
So when you read the poem, it's like the bottle, the perfume is speaking back to you. And so is the card that comes with it. It says, I am, Mohe, I am Rue, and I decided to take up the art of X, Y, Z for so and so reason. So it's all like the perfume form that is supposed to speak to you.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. And for those who don't own a bottle, on the back, the poem says, rooted in soil. What is that?
Tempered.
No,
Wheat.
10 tempered?
The 10 tempered is a bit of a typo that we got in some of the bottles, unfortunately.
Tempered.
Oh,
Tempered in heat.
I see. Rooted in soil, tempered in heat, through crystal and silence, my story complete. Now here I awaken, no longer apart, alive in your essence, I carry your heart. Beautiful. Yeah. And that's not cheap, by the way, guys. That is not cheap to have your bottle, every bottle that you do etched. But it really is a beautiful presentation.
Thank you.
I love what you said about every perfume communicating. I was talking to Noah about this last week. I was telling him each one of his perfumes has its own journey. It's as if it's its own archetype or being, and it has its own voice, and we need to support whatever journey it wants to take. Like having a kid, like what does the kid want?
Yeah.
So,
what's it trying to become?
yeah.
And
I love that.
one kind of collating our thoughts, and we were discussing, in all fairness and in all honesty for everyone watching, we were a little nervous because this is one of the few times we're coming on to and having a good conversation with learned individuals, right? So we were a little nervous, rightly so. So whilst doing that, collecting the thoughts, it came to my mind that question that you answered: how does the perfume where does the inspiration come about from? And on the lines of the perfume or the creative brief letting you know, there have been instances where I've had to like, for instance, an example I can give you is everyone uses sandalwood. In majority of the sandalwood perfumes are there, but how does your sandalwood stand out? And how to make it good, right? So you will find in the notes, like the first process would be to take the sandalwood and kind of let it bloom itself and tell you where it wants to go. And what I realized later is if you're naturally instinctively inclined towards making those perfumes a certain direction because of your nurture, because of nature, you will come towards certain elements. Like, for instance, if you've had a background in Middle East or in Asia, your modifying notes are going to be more towards rose or amber or patchouli. At the same time, if you're more French, you will have more airy notes going into it with the rose citruses, the rose amberettes, and slightly musky. So it hit me that even when we say we are letting the perfume speak to us in the elemental form, so much of nurture that goes into guiding what your nose says versus this isn't.
Yeah, it's a participation, and there's a lot of important decision making, there is, in terms of how you're going to shape the direction of the perfume. And it's every step you take, right? It's not just, one of the things that I've run into with perfume is that, I have all of my favorite elements and I want them all there, but if that doesn't work, right? And so, for everything that you want in the perfume and you want it to be, there's 10 or 1,000 things that it can't be at that point, right? And you have to say goodbye to those things, and you have to say, sorry, son, you're going to medical school. You can't be an astronaut, or whatever it is. It's like you're going this direction, and that is actually something that I still I still struggle with. My ADD creative process wants to put 50 materials down, and I look and I go, those are all base notes. I can't have every base note. That's not going to work. So yeah, it is a lot of personal decision making and shaping of the journey, which you have done impeccably, I might say. It's not that I don't love chatting with you guys. We're going to keep doing that, but I'm going to ask my wife to bring some scent strips near me so I can spray these lovely perfumes.
Well,
all this talking and not enough smelling.
We have a question from Augie.
Okay.
He wants to know what is the most popular perfume in the collection. Can you guys answer that?
That's going to be an easy one. So that's Shikara.
Yeah.
And Shikara is, let me walk you through whilst I spritz it.
And truly, guys, for the audience, for those of you who have not smelled their work, have not seen our reviews, this is the kind of perfumery that you put it to your nose, you take a deep breath and you go, oh, it's so good. It's so good. And this one is so airy and watery and light white floral and just spicy and beautiful. But yes, let's hear about how this came to be.
So this one, I'll paint the picture of how I imagined this to come out when I was making this. Now imagine yourself on the beach on the East Coast. It could be either Massachusetts or Denver or Dover beaches on the East Coast. Imagine the sun hasn't even come up yet. You're literally at dawn. You stepped outside on the beach. The crisp, cool wind is just ruffling your face. It's one of those winds that just grabs everything around it and comes into your face. It wakes you up gingerly, but at the same time, it allows you to see and clearly open your eyes, and you're welcoming the day or welcoming the sun whilst the breeze comes and wakes you up. You can smell the aquatics over there. You can smell the freshness. You can smell the herbal kind of green notes in there. The slight dirtiness, the animalic slightly dirtiness from the seaweed kind of thing. So that was how the inception of this came about, along with another idea. So in India, we've had so many of these northern regions from Kashmir to Dehradun, where you've had some lakes. And when you step onto some of these lakes, it's very similar, like you get these fragrances. But truly, the beaches over here and the freshness that you get from this. And the more you wear this throughout the entire day, it's like that your skin starts to smell like a sun-kissed body throughout the day on the beach.
Yeah, and again, for those who haven't smelled, the description is spot on, but look at the two of these beautiful and how different looking they are from these two people, because this isn't white American East Coast water description.
Cape Cod
yeah, I mean when you
coated.
Cape Cod coated.
Yeah.
When you smell this, it smells. I mean, it has your entire cultural history somehow embedded in here. I mean, I could have known nothing about this and immediately smelled it and thought that this is an Indian perfume. It's beautiful, and I'm not even sure I can say exactly why. Obviously, the spices are part of it, but it's all of those things you said, and to Western noses, I think will feel a little bit, pardon the cliche, exotic, right? It just will. It's this amazing combination of this contrast between the coolness of the watery notes and the warmth of the spice.
It's kind of like if I had to rudely categorize it or use brute language, it's like a spicy blue. If you like blue fragrances, I think you would like that. If you like spices, but it doesn't really feel like more masculine or more feminine. Nice.
Yeah, no, in fact, somebody in the chats, Reluctant Housewife, said that she and her husband share this fragrance
which
together.
never happens.
Which
they don't
is
share
the only time they've done that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's high praise. It goes towards what we are trying to it has a little bit of hand in marketing the entire fragrance industry of what's masculine, what's feminine. So when we set out to make all of this, we try to almost unlearn and kind of make a true unisex kind of fragrance coming together.
Yeah.
I mean, we
How
don't
long did it take?
the concept of, you know, pink is for girls and blue is for boys. We don't believe in
Yeah.
that. I use his fragrances or he's using my fragrances. I mean, obviously we have our own section,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but and I have been doing that since my childhood. Obviously, nobody as a child at my home, nobody told us that, hey, these are my father's fragrances and I'm only supposed to use my mother's. I would always cross my father's dresser and just start spritzing, and nobody said no. So I didn't even know the concept of, oh, this, florals are for girls and woody is for men. I didn't know that.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. How long did you say it took you to craft this?
So Shikara was about 7 months.
Mm.
And the longest one, in fact, is Virasat. Virasat took me 2 years in the making.
Wow.
That one's my favorite
Do you
of all of them.
do you work is it really?
I love it.
I think it's mine too. Do you work on multiple fragrances simultaneously, or are you sort of singularly focused on the task? Like once this creative brief takes a hold of you, are you just narrowed in on that, or were you working on some of these simultaneously?
So Rani Pink and Rue happened to be simultaneous. But Rani Pink still was one of those kids that didn't truly show its color till the very end of the maceration. So I couldn't really make up my mind whether that was complete or not. But ideally, I like for it to consume me wholly. So I'm living, breathing, tasting everything that one breathes.
Mm.
But I have to say this, my wife has always told me that you can't just do one. So I'm now unlearning that. Okay, I need to work on multiple briefs now.
That's
Yeah.
a multitasker and he's not.
Yeah,
He's a terrible
I
multitasker.
suck at multitasking. I'm good with one thing and then moving on to the next.
Yeah. My wife is telling me the opposite. She says, no, you can't start a new project. There are 17 projects that you haven't finished and people are waiting.
Mhm.
You have to do those. Like, oh, okay. Yes, dear.
Yes, sir.
That's good. But it sounds like we both depend on our wives to be sort of our directional muses.
Support,
That's the common factor.
Yes.
Now it's recorded on camera.
Yeah, well, yes, and we both agree to it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's smell another one. What do we want to go to next?
Let's go to Virasat. Yes.
I have a fun story. We went
Yeah.
Virasat on a science trip. Shikara almost didn't see the light of the day. And that's because he would come to me after several iterations. And, when I smelled the final iteration, I'm like, I don't think people are going to like this. Because
Oh, really?
poetic for me, it was too fresh for me in that stage of life. I didn't appreciate that. And I'm like, I don't think people are going to like this. I think we should never release it. And here we are. It's our best work.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's so funny. Yeah.
The complexity is extraordinary. And again, there's a sort of a marriage of opposites where I pick up on.
Are you talking about Virasat right now?
I am.
Okay. She was talking about Shikara and how Shikara almost
that
never
was the one.
saw the light of day because she wasn't sure.
I'm sorry. I thought she mentioned this one. I see. Well, I'm glad that it did. I'm glad Shikara saw the light of day.
I'm surprised that this one isn't more the top, only because it's very confident and.
I think it's a bit more challenging. Would you say?
Oh my God, I love this one so much.
Maybe it's a Western nose thing.
Yeah, could be.
It is, and it has become an acquired taste of sorts. Its journey is a very bumpy one for it to now find a home. Because when Virasat started, it started just as the name recommends or suggests, is Virasat means lineage and history. And the reason why we kind of named it that is because of its elements, the story behind it. Now, if I was to get into my professor mode and go back to history, which forgive me if I do, and please stop me and reel me back.
I think everybody would love that. Yeah.
So there are certain texts in Asia called as Gandha Shastra. Now, Gandha Shastra in literal translation means scent chemistry.
Mm.
And scent chemistry, think of it as volumes. If we were to say go back to the Chola dynasty, which is about 400 to 500 years ago, and then even before that, the Ikwanshu dynasty, which was the majority of what we now know as north of India, going up to the Afghanistan area, they all had their master perfumers of sorts, and many of these were also herbalists, because Ayurveda has a very strong hand in how perfume was shaped back from then up until now. So much
Interesting.
so, there are certain perfumes used even today, which are specifically told to be used in the wintertime because they give the warmth to the body and it has that kind of a reaction on it.
Yep.
And also, like for instance, a very simple example, climate control was also done in some shape or form by using certain fragrances. Like for instance, we have vetiver. Now, the green vetiver that was in India was predominantly used a lot in water coolers in the urban pots because it gives that cooling effect to it.
Hmm.
And likewise, Gandha Shastra, scent chemistry, it has these hidden secrets. Now, these texts are lost to be mentioned in legends, but these carry secrets of fragrances that can get you super energized. Like, for instance, back in the day, if people were to get ready for war, they used to have resin burned behind animals to kind of get the army going in a certain direction.
Ah,
To then
yeah,
join
yeah.
you after a long day's work, and then, or even in intimate settings of coitus, that they'd have certain kind of fragrances on the body to accentuate all that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That for me was long years of searching and finding as many as I could, straight from Rig Veda that talks about oud and its uses to the other scriptures, getting into an amalgamation of if I was to bring all of that knowledge, and I'm talking about plethora of centuries, into modern day, and a man who would be dressing up with a classy watch, a suited a suited tie affair with amazing shoes, what would that man want to wear?
Mm.
A black tie.
That's
Yeah.
why I like it so much.
Yeah. Oh, we
So-
both like it so much.
Yeah.
And that entire thing came into existence with Virasat. Now, Virasat is a modern twist on the ancient language and the ancient text. And I'm only talking about one religion. There are so many religions that have rooted history that bring all that information. But yeah, Virasat is, in a nutshell, a modern man wearing complex perfume and feeling his best.
Or
Yeah.
women. Women,
It's
women who appreciate a lot of complexities
Yeah.
and is okay with like layered fragrances, because this is not clear by any means.
no.
If I'm okay smelling a different fragrance almost after every hour, this would be my fragrance.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Fact,
Yeah.
because I'm here to give you all the fun pieces, tit and bit. Is I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on live.
Well, of
but
course you are.
I'm going to. Virasat has also worked as an aphrodisiac for a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I love it.
I think I'm kind of an energy or an intuitive person, and I can feel the confidence and the straightforwardness of this perfume. It very well communicated to me. This is not a passive
No.
person.
Yeah.
This is a confident, straightforward. It's not aggressive. It's just like
It's
I know what I
bold.
want.
It's
You know what
bold.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is one of the difference between Shakara. Especially as Shakara dries down, I get a
Oh, I
little bit
love the
more.
dry down.
Yeah, isn't it great? I get a little bit more sweetness
Mm-hmm.
starts to come out.
I'm gonna have to start wearing this one.
That's I think that would actually really
So
smell great on you. Yeah, but
Mm.
Virasat has a boldness to it, and there's the contrast that I was referencing earlier, which is, it feels like there's the bones of some classical French style perfumery in here,
Mhm.
and yet again, when you smell it, the all of the spice and character and personality is clearly more Eastern Indian. It's again, to the Western nose, it will. I hesitate to say challenge. Many of the people who watch us, you're not going to find this challenging with all of the stuff that we polysniff day and night. But this isn't, guys. This is not niche perfume. This is not, Neiman Marcus counter.
Yeah, I know. This is indie perfume art.
It is absolutely art. Yeah, it's beautiful. But the contrast between, and again, let's you be as technical as you want, and without giving away any of your secrets in terms of materials and construction here. What am I smelling? I feel like I'm picking up on something that has a little bit of a structural similarity to some old classic Western masculine fragrances, in addition to having this very artistic Indian profile to it.
Absolutely. And you were spot on to kind of picking that up from a structural and texture standpoint, because just how an old school chypre is put together. You have those harsh notes, but at the same time, when the chypre kind of goes down, you get those mellow tonalities. So what I've done is taken a structure similar to that, but not the elements, not the materials, but how a texture would feel in chypre from back in the day, and matched to the spices, the herbs. And I'll tell you a couple of my hero oils in here that the kind of stands out, and I don't think anyone else is using that. So I'll be very happy if someone could start experimenting with that more. So betel nut oil, the stuff that we use for a digestive pan. Now it's considered to be very beneficial for the human body. Trace amounts, I'm talking about trace amounts, is just enough as a brilliant modifier for some of these spices, these musks, and some of these florals kind of bring together. And I was surprised. The reason why it took me 2 years was because it was difficult for me to. I'm thinking of all of the spices in here as rambunctious kids. They do not like to stick together. One or the other popping up and kind of getting it crazy.
Especially Virasa.
Oh, yeah. So in Virasa, the number of spices and the resins I have, it took me some time to find the right balance. And the hero element in that helped me kind of unify them is betel nut oil, along with frangipani.
Okay.
Yeah. So that kind of helped modify these just enough that they smell in unison in a polished fashion. But I'm very curious to see or hear from your standpoint when you use Virasa on your skin versus on Jamie's skin. Like, how does it fare?
Let's find out.
That's not it.
Oh, this is Ronnie Pink.
That's also not it.
Jeez.
That's also not it.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. So it opens with a very bracing, kind of brisk, almost like, again, citrus, like a chypre or even a cologne. The classic, French cologne style. And there's all of this wonderful grassy, floral, muskiness. And guys, this is well, the whole line really, but this one in particular, I think it's one of those fragrances that you do a disservice by trying to sort of analyze it by note breakdown. Don't look at the note tree and think,
I like that on me.
I do too. And it's similar. The evolution of these is really extraordinary. I've only given everything a couple of wearings, and now as we sit here and talk through it, like I hadn't noticed how this, how Shikara evolves and becomes kind of smoother and slightly sweet and almost warmer as it dries down. And with this as well.
And ergo, that entire that's my expression. What I was trying to get is the more you wear shikara, the more it turns into the smell of a sun-kissed skin.
Yes, absolutely. And this, guys, you will find Veracet opens with this, again, very brisk, bracing, clean, energizing citrus spice. It does have a bit of a Chypre vibe to it.
Smell on you and then smell on me.
It's probably poles apart.
Yeah.
Warmer on you.
I smell more florals on him. Like I smell what smells like rose maybe on him. I don't know if it's actually rose. And on me, it's more citrus and spice to my nose.
Yeah,
which I think is fascinating.
And that is where we've been getting a lot of feedback from people when we've been to markets in the initial phases, that Veracet was turning into an aphrodisiac for women on men. So they were buying it for their partners. For some reason, Veracet just behaves completely different on women. It's been
more meditative,
more calming.
It's going to ground you. It's like a centralize all your energies.
Yeah.
Oh, I love stuff like that.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Interesting.
And for those of you who watch and know, one of my quirks is that when a fragrance is particularly strong, I have a reaction. It makes me sweat.
Yeah.
And this is strong enough that I'm literally going to go grab a paper towel. I'll be right back.
Wow.
Well,
that's fun. I'm really glad I'm glad that you suggested that I spray it on and see how, because this to me on paper and on him, it smells so confident and like all the things that I associate with him, and I don't always give myself credit for, you know how us women are. But when I smell it on myself, I'm like, damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, you might have to start experimenting with some power fragrances, my dear.
I need some.
The power masculine era.
Yeah. Okay, so we had a question from Augie. Augie wanted to know, what is each one of your favorite perfumes from this house? You know, which one is your favorite? Do you have a favorite? Because that's hard.
Do you have a favorite child?
Which is my favorite child? It was so hard to do, but I will say it keeps changing. Like right now, I'm in my mohe phase. I'm absolutely loving mohe. It's just so sexy, seductive, flirtatious. It's very sparkly. Like I love sparkling with the weather. I think it's just helping me not get depressed.
Okay. Yeah, because it's in the middle of winter.
My all-time favorite is Rue. I love Rue. So Rue is for in my opinion, Rue is for people who are very who like inward projection. People who are very maybe ambivert, if not introvert, right? I like my close circle and people who have the absolute privilege to come close to me to be able to sniff that, both physically and figuratively, right? So Rue is truly, I feel like, an extension of my personality. So my go-to is Rue, but I also give a fair chance to everything else. And my second or third favorite is layering of Rue and Shikara.
Oh, can I do it for the crowd? I can't. I love it, and there's a beautiful woman on the front of it. When I first smelled through your house, I was most drawn to that one. Although now I feel a little all over the place because they're all amazing.
Yeah,
but I was most drawn to that one.
You know, a woman or a man who's so comfortable in their own company, they're just lounging, they know. They're not waiting for something to happen. They're not waiting for anybody. They're just there, very comfortable and content, right? She has a piece of book or a piece of rose and a book in her hand. She's just enjoying her company. That's pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's since you're launching into it so eloquently, let's spray.
And it's rose, and I think rose here is not as common. And this has converted so many people who do like rose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful rose materials.
Better.
I'm a very snobby rose material person. I think that's what I learned about myself. I don't like certain rose materials very much.
And this is the opposite to me of the classically Middle Eastern, like, or even Western, I suppose. This is not a dewy, dense, heavy, jammy kind of rose. This is so bright and open and sparkly.
It's like
I
want to
do.
paint Bollywood movie picture in this. Imagine being in the field of roses under a clear sky and just taking in the aroma of those roses. And it's too Bollywood-like for me.
And the fact that I feel right, it has just the right amount of warmth that just brings everything together. And on skin, this is a lot better. I don't think papers do enough justice to it. Yeah.
All right.
You're going to end up stealing these out of my collection.
I am.
Super annoyed by that. Not gonna lie.
It's okay. They can move from, back. Some of our perfumes do that. They move back and forth.
I know, but I don't like it.
We would recommend scent stacking this with Shikara.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
It's like
that'll be fun.
Being on the beach with your lover. To me, when I stack them, that's what I'm thinking about.
It's so good. It's so good.
It is beautiful. It's for anyone simplifying it. It's like to me, it smells like a woody rose, like a woody, spicy rose.
Yeah, I was actually just going to ask you what's the essence of the woody profile that I'm getting here, because it feels really unique to me.
Thank you. So the woodiness is the same. The whole cultural nature point that I brought about earlier, that I was keeping rue in mind when I was bringing that forward, because I wanted an amalgamation of rose and sandalwood in a way that was taking me back home, but using similar ingredients that you would find, yet the slightest bit tinge that makes it smell of home.
What's bringing that woody?
Oh, sorry. I got completely enamored by the old fragrance.
Redeemer does for him what I do for you. Like, you didn't answer the question.
Yeah, you just went off into your own fantasy land.
Where is it on you?
I haven't sprayed it on me.
Oh, okay. I want to smell it on you.
Sandalwood coming with cardamom, a hint of tonka, and roses. And the roses that I'm using in this are from Kannauj. So these are Indian rose damascena, which technically I can't call it rose damascena because Kannauj is geotagging its rose oil to be specifically Kannauj rose, pink rose.
Okay.
It's a pink rose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's thank you. That's what I was trying to convey. This isn't like a dark, heavy, dense red rose. It's a brighter, lighter pink.
Mm.
You know how
these really
school love where you would open books and find like dry rose petals? That's the kind of vibe and smell I get when I smell rue on myself. It's like for old school lovers.
Yeah. The inception of this perfume came about from truly when I was asked the question, what does love mean to you? And as a perfumer, how would you kind of bottle love? So my interpretation of love, given the fact that I'm such a history geek, went 1940, 1945, when the wars had ended and people came back. There were letters and roses and rose petals that traveled in those leather sachets to their lovers in the forefront. So when they came back home, some of them carried that letter with them, with the dried rose petals with them, and the memory of their lover with them before they met. So it was that entire journey of unison, that coming together. For me, that was the yearning love that one has. That now translated into the modern day, that lover's sweater, which I call it, the accord that I put in it. It's like that feeling you want to go to when your lover's left a sweater, but they're not there. It's
Yeah.
like that Italian. It's called. I think if I forgive my pronunciation of my Italian. It's called mi manchi in Italian. It is not when they say I miss you, but it's like you are not here. Your presence is missing here, and that is that quote that came into mind when I created that.
Okay. Guys, I can't begin to explain to you how beautiful this work is. I really can't.
I love the explanation of the dried rose petals. That really helps my brain understand the smell, understand the scent.
Thank you.
Have either one of you ever done a Myers-Briggs test? Do you know what that is?
I haven't, but I saw one of your lives around that, and I've been curious to try that. I saw your live, or no, it was a recorded video, I think.
A little video, yeah. Because you have the way that you describe things, I'm like, you have to be a primarily visual person.
Yeah, and a feeling type.
Because I'm right there. I can exactly, and also probably a very vivid dreamer.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm known to kick and drop off my bed in the middle of the night. Dream. Yes.
Yeah, Rice says so good. It's got Unk sweating. It does. This stuff is potent, guys. It is potent. Our friend Ethan asked if you guys one of you did the art on the bottle. You did.
Like, I didn't draw all of that, but there's a whole story and history behind why we picked that art and how did we even get to this sort of folk arts. So I am a diehard fan of folk arts, especially from back home. And there's a lot of cultural elements that we kind of try and carry in our clothes or our bed sheets or curtains or jewelry, right? There's a lot of textiles that we appreciate, and we felt there's a whole design missing. That entire design block is missing here. And if anybody who knows us from our day one of journey, they know we started very safe, clean aesthetics, and that did not feel true to ourselves and our culture. Like we're counting everything that we come from. And we decided to relaunch, redesign, rebrand everything. We went back to studying a lot of states back in India, and every state has its folk art. And a lot of these folk arts are dying, right? So we're trying to some piece of it, maybe as a bedsheet or as a jewelry, but we were very skeptical to bring it to our friends here. We didn't know how people are going to react. This is too colorful for shelves. This is just too much color, right? And we're so used to beige and neutral that we didn't know how it would be and if this is the right thing. But we felt it was so true to who we are. We wanted to be so authentic. We're like, I don't care. I'm just going to dig deep into every single state and bring art. We did work with local artists, local historians, researchers, and have one designer who helped us bring this vision to life.
Awesome.
They're beautiful.
They really are.
Yeah, you did an amazing job with them.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing really is it's a cultural, artistic immersion experience.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
And we kind of when we completed the 5, it was almost, we truly felt like we closed the chapter on this particular chapter. And when I say that, I also want to kind of, I don't think we've ever spoken about this to anyone in front of anyone. There's
Are
just
we sharing that now?
I mean, we're getting, they're getting to know us, and it's only fair that we, so this entire lineup that we made was where we came from, who we were. But then we've also spent so much of time in this country. This country has given us so much. She famously says that whilst India is my mother, America is our teacher, because it has to grow up. It has taught us to survive. It has taught us to be who we are today. And whilst doing that, in shaping us, our next stage is going to be who we are. And whilst we don't really have a date for when that chapter begins, but that is going to be the stepping stone of where we're headed from who we were to who we are.
Lovely.
Our lineup, right? This and the next chapter that's going to come up is also dedication towards people who are living with more than one culture, who
Yeah.
think there's no reason for anybody to pick two different homes.
Yeah.
I think I had a little bit of an identity crisis for the last 10 years or more than that. Why should I have to pick India as my home where I feel this is home as much?
Yeah.
Nobody should pick two. Now I'm accepting and fully embracing. I have two homes. Cultures can coexist. People can coexist. Different races can coexist. So this is truly a dedication of, we have line 1, chapter 1, season 1. That's a dedication to our roots, where we come from, which we never want to forget. And also second season, that's going to be dedication to who we have evolved as people. We're not the same people who we were 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So this, it's okay to have two homes. It's completely okay. Your home is where you are.
Oh, I love that.
That's just, it's beautiful. It's inspiring.
I'm excited for chapter 2.
Yeah, I am too. I really am. Yeah. So that's going to change your style, right? You're going to,
maybe somewhat.
Well, I guess, it's more of a question, because our style of perfumery is it's a self-expression, right? And so you've learned to express yourself this way. Is there a direct intention to change the overall style? Is it something that you have to now sort of say, well, I almost need to learn to be a different person or be a different perfumer to create something new? Have you, I don't know, how far down that path are you in terms of your inner process as you go to create like this is the past, now comes the present?
A very, very amazing question, because I asked myself that question when I was writing down the brief. Do I change who I am as a perfumer to bring about? But then again, something very amazing of a clarification came about to me. When I dug deep into my memories for things like Virasat or Shikara or Mohe, I was thinking about what kind of fit and the elements that fit in olfactorily back then. But then if I was to let me paint a picture to you. Like, for instance, I spent quite a lot of time at Faneuil Hall in Boston. So when I walk down that cobbled street, it's a different thing in autumn. You can't. There are certain smells over there that you can only get whilst walking on the cobbled road in that wet stones that emit that smell. And naturally, I was finding myself picking up things, even if I wanted to express wetness, a certain kind of wetness, and autumn, a certain kind of autumn. So I found myself naturally deviating from certain elements in my nurture and my nature to kind of go towards, okay, so if I want to do something in that case, what am I to do? So then I found myself at a crossroad. Am I changing myself, or is this natural evolution of the journey? So I think I would say that my style of perfumery hasn't changed, but it has for sure guided me into how I select the ingredients or the raw materials whilst going and making it.
You're saying choice of ingredients,
they will change.
They will change a little bit.
They will change, but there will always be a sense of Indianness. My roots will never go away. So
Yeah. It's sort of like what people say when they talk about house DNA.
Yeah.
There's just a certain kind of groundedness that goes through a house if there's cohesiveness.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of change here and there, which, makes sense as a person evolves.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be really exciting to see what happens. We should, for the people, we should continue to smell and discuss.
Well, now I really want to smell Mohi again, because I don't remember that so well from, I don't know why.
I go.
Well, I want my own strap.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Mohe is one fragrance you can barely smell on paper. This is best on
Okay.
skin. Yeah.
There's a beautiful, beautiful animalic component to this. It's warmer than I remember.
I've just
Oh, that's so good.
You're right. It's really different on skin than strip.
Yeah. Amy, you'll like all of these.
And sorry,
Yeah.
we can't have any questions, but
It's just crazy. It's
let me know if there's any questions.
Mostly compliments. People are saying people love what you're saying. People are really touched by what you're communicating.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
this is Moonsong's favorite.
Did we smell that on you?
yeah, it's
Smell on me? Again, very different. It's almost peppery on you. I smelled something.
This is fantastic on you. You really made a mistake by letting me take 4 of those.
I'll be
No,
remedying that mistake.
No, let's jump
About?
more on your skin for Mohe. Is it more citrusy? Is it more warm?
It's more warm on my skin.
It's a little bit more seductive on my skin.
Yeah.
yeah. And
I'll be wearing this later.
Yeah.
it's so jasmine sambac. So I've used jasmine sambac with a modifier of grandiflorum in Mohe, right? To kind of accentuate that with patchouli, the note of patchouli. And patchouli in itself, if you use, I always tell people, why is it, they ask me this question actually, is why is it that I like certain kind of patchouli and I don't like certain kind of patchouli? And to them, I say that if you ever want to know what patchouli you like, try an aged patchouli versus a young patchouli.
Mhm.
Like for instance, if you take an aged patchouli of 8 years or more, it almost becomes caramel-like. It almost becomes chocolatey naturally. So even if
No.
you a hint of, if you mix just dilution of patchouli and alcohol, it almost smells like rum-like a speaky. And when you add a modifier like jasmine sambac to it and like a hint of grandiflorum and a couple of the accessory notes in it, it evolves into this magical, vivacious, amazing, luxurious, engulfing, seductive fragrance. And kind of patchouli and jasmine kind of lift each other, if that's even, a possibility of sorts. It's
Oh,
just
God.
that animalic from jasmine sambac is
Yeah,
it's
it's so nice. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Do you guys smell
And every,
there?
what's that?
Do you smell the petrichor?
Yes.
I was not thinking petrichor. I was actually just going to ask if, in addition to the patchouli, if how much moss. I was picking it up as kind of the green, moist mossiness. But now that you say petrichor, I get that too.
So petrichor is I've used it to texturize this entire perfume because it needs a bit of wetness, like you mentioned, a forest-like feeling,
Yeah.
which you get in a. When I envisioned this, to your point, Jamie, is like, how did this come about? Mohe's inception was that, imagine yourself in a dim lit speakeasy where you have an amazing cocktail next to you and a person just walks by. You don't know this person, you've glanced at them, but you can't stop glancing at them.
Mhm.
It's like you're attracted visually, just locked onto that person. And you're sharing glances across the table, sharing a drink so much that you start having then flirtatious moments visually and then later physical dances. And then towards the end of the night, you share your first kiss with them or the first embrace. So that entire journey of courtship, if that could be bottled into a perfume, what would that be
Mhm.
like? So that is
Mhm.
exactly the attempt to do it, the entire journey. I love this. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm getting
I don't,
Flirtation in a bottle.
the kids as my favorite on air. I can't do that.
yeah,
You can-
yeah.
that's fine.
It really is. And for those who might think, well, oh, I'm not a patchouli person, or I'm not. There's something about your style where the texture remains so open and crystalline, and nothing gummy or dense or heavy or thick. Everything is airy and uplifting.
Everything breathes.
Yeah, that's a great way of saying it.
Everything moves and breathes.
Yeah. Yeah. So even if you think you're not really a patchouli person,
I am not a patchouli person.
You're not. Yeah.
I really am not.
No.
But I like this a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Um,
I think stereotypically has been, I think everyone, at least in our generation and younger, have always deemed patchouli to be, oh, it was a 70s oil.
Right. Right.
But then patchouli is so much more deep, and there's so much of depth in that it can layer it however you want to.
It really is an incredibly versatile material. Yeah.
It's my date night scent.
Your daytime?
Date night scents.
Oh, date night.
Which are all happening at home these days. Sure.
Okay.
We get Ronnie Pink left.
Is that it? Yeah,
Yes.
that's Versa. Yeah.
Yep. Let's do
Okay.
Ronnie.
Let's
Also, for
Oh.
those of Ronnie Pink is our latest launch. We just launched it in December. And we're getting some crazy response. People
Yes.
are lapping it up.
It's
Yeah.
slowly, quickly becoming the top seller.
I think it's a good accessible entry point into the house for people.
It's so joyful.
It
Like,
is.
that's what it communicates to me.
Yeah,
Joy.
it's so compared to the others, it's sweeter, it's fruitier, and doesn't lean so heavily into. Well, this is now becoming a question. My perception is that this doesn't lean as heavily into Indian culture, but I know that it's there. So what about Ronnie Pink comes from home?
So Rajasthan and the Rajputana house, or the Nizams of India, they've had a very affluent life in the history. And if you go to any of the palaces, even in Mysore, or if you go to Jaipur Palace, and if you see some of the pictures that they have, or even the Baroda Palace in Gujarat, which is surprisingly the largest private residence to date, bigger than the Windsor Castle. And to me, that just blew my mind, because they're maintaining that property as a private residence of the now lineage of the family. But whenever you go and through those doors, and you realize that these times had a certain kind of lavish lifestyle, which was fun, like the roaring 30s. At the same time, it was regal and opulent. And then I'm looking at my own childhood, where we used to run to a candy store the second we used to get a couple of bucks, and they used to buy gum. And I used to, so it's like what India is such a place of dualities where both of these live, that when I was thinking of this, I was thinking of the time that captures childhood and captures the regality of growing up into black tie affairs. So you go from the beginning, which is bubblegum. Oh, it's playful, it's amazing, it's this rambunctious kid that, hey, I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna promise myself that the second my last bubblegum runs out, I will grow up, earn lots of money, and buy as many bubblegums as I can possibly manly eat, like insanely eat. So that is the beginning of it. To then, when you grow up and you go busy, all of that transitions to your amazing suits and jackets, and you're going and sipping on cocktails and going into these really nice clubs and bars, and you're having a different kind of fun. So that regalness comes from the kings and queens, and then adapting to that modern day kings and queens that we are, into kind of wanting to grow up into this fun, vibrant thing. So that's almost, this is a slight hint of the India that we left about 17 years ago.
Okay. And I'm just noticing that I didn't catch this before, the art on the bottle, the character, it's this kind of dualistic, right? She's got the pigtail and lollipop, pigtail and candy here, and the grown-up hair and the martini glass here, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that
I've shot
basically
before.
entire journey from candies to cocktails,
Yeah.
or cocktail conversations, right? This is truly somebody, think of somebody as being a Gemini, right? You can have two different personalities and yet be the same person. So this is truly capturing the duality of a person. Like, it was one of the troubled child.
Oh, yeah.
Even to design, I think this took the longest for the design part of it, because we didn't know what shape to pick. Like, it wanted to be both, right? It wanted both to be a child and a boss babe who knows what she wants, right? So that's where the design really we had to, like, incorporate something that brings both the worlds together. And if you
Yeah.
see, right, those of you the bottle, if you like just rotate it, it's like the front or the top, like this. This is one of the most complex designs we had to go through.
It's very cool.
Also, in the ingredients of this, I wanted to play with an oil of Davana. Now, Davana.
Ah, thank you. That's what I'm smelling. Yes. Very nice. That kind of honeyed herbal note. Oh, now the whole thing clicks. Davana, yeah. The whole thing just like locked in place in my head. Yeah.
And it is such a hidden ingredient. It's not a very common raw material.
Artemisia, or a family of Artemisia, is used. The French perfumery uses Artemisia in a very different manner than what I've attempted to use Artemisia as, or Davana as. And obviously, Davana that we find in India is not the same as Artemisia that's being used in the French perfumery, like two different families. The one in India is a lot more herbaceous, in my opinion. It's got a slight citrus note, which is prominent. And then at the same time, that medicinal note there that makes the combination of that slightly pungent, almost like a sweet and sour candy of sorts. So when that used with that, I've used a blend of several kinds of musks in there too, and the sweetening note in there, which is a combination of the lollipop. That entire, not giving too much away from the entire note, that sub note that sits in there. I have to send you guys the bubblegum that I was talking about that I truly used to, because at our launch of Rani Pink at Perfumology, we had a bubblegum dispensing machine, and we had put that particular bubblegum that inspired me to make this note in there.
Okay.
And it is amazing. Till date, one of the best bubblegums I've ever had. Just eating that just takes me back to childhood. And
would you say that's one of the top notes?
that is one of the top notes. Bubblegum, that it's very different. Not the gummy one. It's like a very playful, uplifting, citrusy bubblegum that just makes you cheerful.
Yeah. It's not jammy, sticky. I don't want people to be scared of the bubblegum note, because it's polished, refined, almost like a velvety textured bubblegum.
Yeah, it's the difference between like a confectionery candy dessert, which this is not, versus something like baklava, where the sweetness is all coming from the honey and the natural spices and all of that. It's that kind of a distinction. And this is that honeyed sweetness from the Davana in this is beautiful. It's no, I mean, I don't know. You don't even need to say. I don't smell ethyl maltol or ethyl vanillin in here. I don't smell those classic Western sweeteners. And if they are in there, that just proves, the skill of the perfumer to be able to use them as support without overwhelming the perfume. This is not Baccarat Rouge.
No.
Thank you so much.
What made you wear this today?
This is by far my favorite. When you asked that question, I didn't answer it
Really?
purposefully because so Rani Pink to me is that playful inner child that whenever I'm confused, whenever I don't know what to do, I go back to the basics. Basics is that childlike happiness running to the candy store, buying my favorite bubble gum, and being happy. And believe me, when a perfume that makes you that happy on a regular basis, I love that you're already using.
This sounds great. I'm just diving in.
And it's one of those things that I've realized, it's like comfort food. You take the fragrance that gives you that much of happiness, your entire day goes blissful. Entire day.
Yeah. And, it's funny. I'm having now the same experience. I had sort of dismissed that this was Jamie's and these were mine. And now I'm like, ooh, I'm missing out here. It really is lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That childlike excitement and joy is the essence from which creativity is born, I think. You have to, if perfuming is not evoking that in you and you can't get in touch with that, you got to take a vacation or something.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm so curious about your own, like outside of the house, what kind of perfume taste that you both have? What do you love? What was your first perfume that you ever owned?
Ooh. I would have to go to. Do you remember Juniper Sling from Penhaligon's?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that it was the first perfume that I owned, but that was walking into the art of shaving and picking up Juniper Sling, not knowing how juniper can be made so beautiful. I spritzed it and it just set me down a track that, okay, I have to get to know what this is. I have to. Like, for instance, when I was growing up, I had a similar instance of the attars that we get in India, and putting an attar that a friend of mine had for his ritual purposes, and we tend to use saffron attar as as an offering to the gods when you're doing the religious ceremonies.
Yep.
Smelling that and on your skin, which is very different than kind of putting it out in the air. I think that is the memory that I had. And once again, I'm digressing too much because there are too many touch points in my life that kind of take prominent notes of. So I can't really say which one I own first.
He knows why I'm looking at him constantly.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I get into this mode.
Get to the point here.
Yeah, but please.
I think the first perfume that I bought with my own money was Chanel No. 5. And that is also because I was exposed to so many vintage perfumes, including Shalimar, Azzaro, cigar perfumes. I forget the name. What was that? Ralph Lauren's, right? So I was exposed to a lot of vintage perfumes by my parents. So I used to love Chanel No. 5. I still do. I just have a much more nose now to appreciate niche and artisanal fragrances. But yeah, Chanel No. 5. Back in the day, that I purchased with
What's some of your favorite
houses that we have started to pick for ourselves? Cult of Flowers is one of our favorites.
Then there's
Closet perfume.
Closet perfumes. She gifted me a closet perfume for Christmas, and I
It's
love
a cigar.
it. Yeah.
Cigar fragrance.
Humidors of Perception. Yeah.
Yes.
It feels amazing.
It's a good fragrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
now
yes.
You guys are in Stell, right?
Yes.
Are you are okay?
Yay.
Are you? Yeah. Congratulations. That's huge.
It's a great place to be.
Are you in other
Perfumology.
Oh, your
Yeah.
perfumology.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are placed at four retail partners. The first one was in Easton, the Viv shop. Then we have Perfumology, Cell, and also now in Denver at Oat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Everybody local can go smell in
Yeah,
person. That's so cool.
Wonderful.
Few more
Excellent. Wow.
coming.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Few more coming.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you're not still hand making all of these batches.
We are. Believe it or not, we are.
The only two people touching the bottles are her and I have lost my sleep. I've given up my sleep. So
Yeah.
the other was
Go there.
Jamie, this packaging, I was just telling her, she was asking me, so how many can you package with these saran wraps in a day? And I was timing myself. It takes me about 3 hours and 20 seconds to saran wrap one.
3 minutes.
Sorry, not
And
3 hours. 3
minutes.
minutes. I got excited. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, but still, that adds up. I mean, that's you only get through 20 boxes in an hour. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
We are honestly feeling there definitely is a very big opportunity where we can absolutely outsource somebody to do that. But we're also so emotionally tied to all of this that we're having a hard time letting it go. Also, right, when a customer receives this box or a bottle and everything inside, I just love the feeling to know that this has only been touched by 2 people.
Yeah.
And it has so many different touch points in the journey, right? Where it has a personal touch, it has emotions in it, it has our Friday night in it, it has, he listens to a lot of inside jokes, the laughter is in it, right? It has the spiritual music that we listen to while packaging our boxes. There's just so many warmth the time a customer receives it. I don't think they will ever receive that from a mass production. So we're so hesitant of just letting this little baby go.
So we've done the next step. We call in reinforcements, and my in-laws are coming.
Nice.
Excellent. Oh my goodness. I have even more respect for you now.
This is truly a small business, family-run business. So yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Oh, my heart is like, oh my God, I don't know how you can do it.
That's what we do. You work 12 hours a day.
Take so many bottles, like taking it at different stages. Believe it or not, I have been tuning into your live at different times and seeing, one day
she watches them. She binge watches your lives.
It's like a show for me now.
Yeah.
On tonight's episode of Will He Screw Up This Formula or Drop That Thing? Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm curious, how strong is the urge to tinker when you remake and experiment?
This guy is a scientist. He's not doing that.
Listen, don't speak for that man.
No, seriously, secretly, my mind always goes towards, okay, it's like a fight in my head. It tells me what isn't broken, don't break it. And then there's another side of me that says, but what if you just add this? Yeah. What if you just add this?
A little bit of that.
So most days I don't give in, but then if you had a challenging day and I just want to be a little out of character, I have been known to set up vials on the tables and Ridhima is coming in and she's telling me, so what are you making today? I'm like, that's Mohe, just Mohe's cousin, or that's Rani Pink. And stuff like that is always happening. And she's like, why do you want to tinker? I'm like, it's working. But why not?
Right.
And maybe we can make an extrait out of it.
Yeah.
Or maybe a distant cousin.
So much so that I'm now contemplating to create all of these thinkers and kind of share this with the community in a small batch, albeit in a very small batch, and kind of share this with the community and be like, hey, I'm not the only crazy one. Enjoy.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
And I'll be first in line. I mean, I can tell you from experience with our house, I'm not even doing it intentionally, and I often feel bad when I create something new and there's a new variation, because it's like I don't intentionally want to overwhelm people and keep inundating them with new releases, and I don't like creating FOMO and but it's just natural, and it's just, oh my God, I made this thing, and then I thought, wait, what if, and then something else comes off of that. And I think as long as you're transparent about what it is that you're doing, I think there's a huge market. I think people love that. I mean, I love these, and it's like, I'm just getting into wearing them and experiencing them. And if you start to tell me like, oh, well, we did Rue, but with more of an oud presence. So sign me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up for that small batch. So there's definitely a place for that. If you get bored. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how people have time to be bored. I mean, I know how much time and energy it takes for us to
just to recreate
manage
the
this, just two of us.
Yeah.
Are you guys working other jobs in addition to this, or is this your? Yeah. Oh my God.
We have day jobs. So, know that?
Yeah, we have day jobs.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're not co-running the business?
I'm a product manager at a financial firm.
And I work as a product manager at a healthcare firm.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, it's very different work.
So it's 5 and 5 to 9. I think we barely sleep.
We barely sleep. And but the good thing that came out of this was there's one thing, being a part of healthcare. I know the horror stories that I've seen going through every single thing that we do in our healthcare. So I've always been in tuned and inclined towards ethical perfumery, and being at the knowing what elements are forever chemicals or forever, like what oils are more carcinogenic. So I'm always on the go learning about every single new experiment that is being carried out by someone, trying to see what the outcome is, and kind of seeing and testing it against the perfumes that we're making. So it's a bit of a proud moment that I was very happy when these came out, and I will continue to push the product in such a way that we practice ethical perfumery and stress test them against the new studies that come about for elements and how they go about.
Okay.
Excellent.
Very
excellent. Cool. Someone wants to know if there's still discovery sets available. Those are the most fun to make, right?
We are getting almost them.
Yes.
But we are still available.
Yeah. We're going to be making a few more.
So hard. Now, while this live was going, I did announce the coupon code, the PolySniff20 coupon code. So people have been purchasing bottles during the live, which is great.
Yeah, and if you're watching this on YouTube after, that's what you get for not watching us live. The coupon code is already expired. You can't get it anymore.
It's only available for 24
hours. That's all you got.
Yes.
From the airing of this episode.
By any chance, are you coming to what's Fumed?
Fumed in Chicago?
Yes.
We are.
Oh, we'll see you there.
We'll see you there. We're gonna go just for fun, yeah.
Are you presenting there? Are you?
I was asking both. But
yeah, wonderful.
Awesome.
Great.
Then we'll see you there. Everyone can smell.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, we're just hanging out.
I see.
We don't have capacity. Like, frankly, the hardest part is getting enough capacity to sell there. Like, we can't keep up with production enough to even.
Yeah.
We can't.
Yeah.
So
we don't want to work.
We don't want to work.
Vintage.
Yeah.
That was a huge success. I think in under 5 minutes, you guys were sold out. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was wild.
Your artistry and your storytelling, both of you guys coming together, those are some of the panel touch points that we had. Be like, yeah, we feel very, very comfortable, and we feel very, very, in a way, honored to be a part of this, because we're part of each other's journey now. And I want, many touch points like this to come about. And I think, We could even work on collaborating on a perfume together.
Done.
Okay.
Sign me up.
That sounds amazing.
That would be a blast. Absolutely. Yeah.
He's done that once before with Nitish, and it came out fantastic.
Hmm.
It's a wonderful perfume. It's called Gentleman.
Yeah.
I'll send you some.
Yeah, we'll send you.
Oh, I love that idea.
We'll send you a bottle. Yeah,
What a cool idea.
that would be fun. Yeah,
Thank
yeah. We need to.
And business strategies today. Neil is online. He's just on fire. I love that.
I think it's one of those things, right? When as an artsy, craftsy person, you tend to save your energy for the right folks in tuning in the right people. If the frequencies are matching, go all in.
Yeah.
If it doesn't match, save yourself.
Yeah, we have spent the last 10 years of our lives sort of learning that and getting to the place where we really live that and embody that, and it should feel effortless when that when that connection is there, and like it is with Nitish Dixit, who I do work with. We've been working together for 18 months. Almost, yeah, a little over that, and we've never even signed a contract. There's just people that that you can trust.
Yeah.
I'm not recommending that, by the way, people in your own business practice. Please get contracts. Don't be taken advantage of. But yeah, when you've cultivated a sense of who you are, which you two obviously have, right?
There's wisdom there.
There's an embodied wisdom and a good sense of discernment about like who you want to be around and how you want to run your business. And
I knew as soon as I smelled these perfumes, we could be friends. I did. You can just tell.
she's using her psychic abilities when she smells perfume.
My
Yeah,
intuition.
yeah.
Oh man.
Well, wonderful.
Well, we'll see you in a month.
This has been an honor for us, guys, getting to know you a little bit. And the house is just amazing. Congratulations on this. And we'll see you in Chicago. Let us know how we can help continue to spread the word. We will keep talking about it.
Yeah.
And hopefully they sell you out here soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, guys.
So much. We
All right.
were a little nervous, but I think this one.
Yes.
What was that? I'm sorry, I missed it.
We didn't know what to expect, but you guys just had the tones so well. It was so much full of warmth. I didn't expect that. So thank you.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
It's very easy and chill here.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
that's it.
Oh, you were going to say something. You said, wow.
It's too late.
It's too late now.
Yeah.
I'm going to end the stream for everyone else, but stay on just for a
All
second.
right. Thanks for
Bye,
joining us,
everyone.
everybody.